Okay. Let's imagine for a moment that we live on a planet that has only one orange tree. For some strange reason, there's only one orange tree on the whole planet, a planet like Earth, similar population, similar size. And this orange tree can grow oranges, but for some strange and wonderfully mysterious reason that no one knows, it can't grow more orange trees, even though it can grow oranges. So on this very unusual planet, the percentage of people that will have ever tasted an orange would be very low because there's only one orange tree on the whole planet. And so let's say on that planet, I was one of the very few people that had ever tasted an orange. And you heard about that. And you said to me, Mitch, I've heard that you've tasted the orange. Are they real? Do they exist? What do they taste like? You would have questions about this. Naturally. Well, if the way that I respond to your beautiful questions is to describe an orange to you, I could try my best and speak about it being round and it has this wrinkled orange skin that you peel and it squirts juices as you peel it and it reveals a segmented fruit inside and you peel those segments apart and you bite into it and it's simultaneously sweet and tart and juicy. I could try my best to describe an orange to you. And what you would receive from that is your mind would create a concept of what an orange tastes like based on my description. And then if someone asked you what an orange tastes like, you would say, oh, yes, I know all about it. Let me tell you. And your mind would be very willing to share the concept that was created based on my description within your mind. And the person that you share that description with, their mind would create a concept of what an orange tastes like based on your description. And then if someone asked them, hey, do you know what an orange tastes like? They would say, oh yeah, I'm an expert in oranges. I can tell you all about it. In fact, I'm going to have a workshop about this. But all they would be able to share, no fault of their own, but all they would be able to share is their concept of an orange that their mind created based on the description they heard of what an orange tastes like. Down through the ages, these concepts would be shared. On planet Earth, that's what happened regarding the truth about source and what is it that reality is. There were organized groups of people down through the thousands of years that said, we know what the truth is. And just believe what we say. Don't question it. Just have faith. Well, we notice that can only go so far, and it can create actually quite a lot of misunderstanding if all we're sharing is a concept about the nature of reality and just being told to believe it. Another way, if we go back to our planet with the one orange tree, would be for me instead of describing an orange to you, to hand you an orange and let you experience it for yourself. Then you would be able to peel the orange and experience the juiciness of it and the segmented fruit inside and the sweetness and the tartness and the juiciness. And you would say to me, "Oh, Mitch, it's so much more than what you said." And I would say, "I know, aren't they amazing?" Now you would know what an orange tastes like because you've experienced it for yourself. You wouldn't have to believe in it. Your mind wouldn't be creating a concept of it. You know what an orange tastes like. The juices are running down your chin. You know what it tastes like. You know the texture, the smell, the color, the feel of it in your hands. The truth of what an orange tastes like is revealed in the direct experience. In the same way, the ancient lineages invite us into practices regarding the true nature of reality. I've had the great honor of being a part of many ancient lineages for years and years and learned many different types of practices and experienced them for years and years. And I invite you into these practices so that you too can directly experience them. Now, these old school ancient practices, they build a momentum. They take time. We need to be in them regularly enough to experience the power that they inherently bring to us. If we are in them regularly enough, we'll start to experience the nuances and the subtleties. And so, of the many, many practices I learned, I've shared several over the years, and there's a few practices that kind of came to me when I began exploring with people. The Name That Thought practice is an example. That practice is a wonderful way that allows us to have a different relationship with our mind. It's a way of honoring our mind without having to be captured in the limited thoughts and beliefs that emerge from our mind. The problem solver mind practice. If we start to get pulled into a thought, a worry thought, let's say, the problem solver mind practice gives us a way to honor that, catch it early, and maybe not get pulled into that worry that could lead to anxiety and fear. There's a wonderful way in the problem solver mind practice that I found organically that allows us to rest back into the awareness and not be so captured in the mind, get pulled into that worry that could lead to anxiety and fear. The first growl practice is a wonderful way that organically came to me one day as a way to maybe catch the disturbances that start to rise up in us early rather than getting pulled into them. Right at the beginning of the disturbance that I call the first growl, if we can catch it early, right at the first growl, and simply ask, what is my wanter wanting that it's not getting? What we start to notice is every disturbance that we have, every time we're frustrated, annoyed, angry, sad, lonely, resentful, all of the various emotional disturbances that we experience are coming from our wanter wanting something that it's not getting. Our wanter wanting something to be different than it is. So if we can catch it right at the beginning of the disturbance, the first growl, and ask, what is my wanter wanting that it's not getting? That gives us a chance to be resting back into the awareness of our wanter. Thank your wanter. Thank you so much, wanter. The wanter is just always trying to make things better for us. And then we can rest back into the awareness. We can let the breath be long and slow to help relax our nervous system. And the more we explore these disturbances real early like this, we can change the habit of automatically getting pulled into the disturbances. Now, sometimes the disturbance happens so quick, we're just affected, we're just in. And this is normal. It's okay to have feelings. It's so important to normalize this. We will have feelings. We will feel frustrated, annoyed, angry, resentful, hold grudges, feel sad, depressed, disappointed, dissatisfied. All of those things are normal. And they're all happening when our wanter is wanting something that it's not getting. But when we get pulled in so fast, and there's no time for those previous practices that I mentioned, we have the living practice that is an amalgamation of many of the things that I learned on my journey as a way to honor our feelings. We're going to have feelings. It's going to be part of our human experience. We can honor our feelings, letting it be directly experienced without avoiding it, without stuffing it down, without numbing out, without trying to solve it or figure it out. We just let ourselves directly experience it. And then we can include that we're also the awareness of that emotional disturbance happening in our body. We notice where it's happening in our body, and we allow it to be directly experienced without any strategies or agendas. And we include that we're the awareness of the feeling. The feeling will eventually move its way through, and we ever more develop the capacity to honor our feelings without being wrecked by them, identified and lost in them, captured in them. This is the power of the living practice. The loving blessing practice. Powerful practice to liberate this love that we are, to let the direct experience of the love that we are be shared with others. It liberates the love. It allows us to directly experience the love that our wanter has been seeking from someone outside of us, something external. We can directly experience that we are the love we've been looking for. And chanting, all the ancient lineages have chanting. Chanting is a circle, a vibrational circle of wholeness. When you enter into a rhythmic, repetitive, circular chant, it's a vibration that tunes your body and allows the mind to relax out of linear, straight line, logical thinking, and you enter into the circle of the chant, round and round and round, and you start to experience the inherent wholeness of reality. It's a way of relaxing into non-linearity, the inherent oneness of reality. All of these practices carry the potential to let us have a direct experience of this that we are, that is at ease, this pure awareness that we are, this stillness amidst all of the activity and the chaos of life. There is a stillness within us, an ease that's inherent, pure resting awareness. There's a natural joy within us. There's wonder and creativity and playfulness and lots of giggles in our true nature. This is the lovely possibility of the practices. They can let us have a direct experience of this eternal true essence that we are. And the more that we let ourselves be in the practices regularly enough to start to receive the inherent benefit of them, we can then be way more likely to enjoy the ride of this buck wild adventure that we call human life.